Hi. This is a video I don't entirely know if I will be uploading. This is a bit of I may upload it, but for me it's a goal that I want to set this year, and that is to lose weight / get healthier. So I bought a brand new scale, which looks something like this. It's this fancy scale, looks something like this, as a way to help. So my goal is to eventually get down to, I am overweight, and I know that, and my goal is to eventually get down to being about 80 kilos. I am not 80 kilos. I will go through that with you in a second. But I would like to do that. So I bought this scale. It's not very good. There are a proper facility in Sydney, I know, and it costs $160 for, they do a full body scan. They can find out how much muscle you have in your body, how much weight, your bone density, and they go through all that, and then you also talk to someone about the results you got. That's in Sydney. I know there are a couple of facilities in Melbourne I haven't looked into yet, but I know it's an option. But a cheap option, which isn't necessarily 100% on results, because I've got my results from I did my first scan on the scale, but it's a great idea. It gives me a good idea what I'm working towards. I bought this scale off of Amazon here in Australia. Brand new Amazon. I'm actually really loving Amazon Australia at the moment, especially for tech stuff, because I've been looking at some bathroom scales, and I'm looking at $200, $300 for a scale that does what the scale does. And this I bought for $30. So why not? And it's not 100%. This is correct. And this is exactly what's in my body, but it gives me an average idea of the contents of my body, basically. So, bathroom scale also scans your feet. So it's got this function in it. It's got these electrodes. So what the electrodes do is they send some pulses, very, very low frequency pulses. If you have a heart maker or pregnant, don't use them. But they send some very, very small electronic pulses up through your body and scans your body. It goes, and it affects differently with bone, muscle, and water in your body, so that'll conduct it more, and it can work out how much water is in your body, and bone doesn't conduct it, and muscle doesn't conduct it very well, so it can work out what it's running into and what it's not running into, and works out an average / suggestion from there. So I've done my first scan with this fancy thing. I would like to do it every Tuesday. So in it, for the measurement operation, you put in personal information. So you put in your gender, because your gender does affect your weight parameters, your height parameters, well, not your height, your weight and bone density and stuff like that. So that will affect it slightly. Males are prone to have more muscle tone than females. But there are some females who have more muscle tone, which is where that full body scan, where they fully scan your body, is a better option, especially if you know you have a lot of muscles. But this is just a basic, so I can get an idea. And age also has an effect. So they've got gender, height, and age. Gender, height, and age. And you put it in to the thing, and then you do a scan. So, when it scans, it has different little symbols that'll come up. You have muscle, which looks like a guy doing this. You have bone, which literally just looks like one of those cartoon bones that dogs get. Fat, which is just the word fat. Hydration, which comes up as THW. your calories, or your calorie, I don't know exactly how the calories work. Because it doesn't give you an idea of what it means by calories, but whether that's the total calories inside your body at the time it measures, I'm not entirely sure, but calories is a thing. And your body mass index. Body mass index, they're proven that to be a little a little bit dodgy, but it gives you a good starting point. Like, the whole body scans are really good, really better. Gives you a really better picture of how you're going, but this gives you a rough idea. Body mass index also gives you a rough idea of what you should be aiming for. One of the things that was annoying people about the body mass index is you might be this age. So you look at the men chart and the women chart, you might be a man on the men chart, and you might have an age of this and a weight of that, but you've come under as underweight because you're a stick figure. You don't have much but bone mass. But then as a female, you might be really, really muscular. And you also might be really, really tall. So it doesn't take into account, it just goes, you're a woman, this age, this height, you should be here. Or in this, like, in this section. And you're here, therefore you're overweight. So that's not perfect either, but it gives you a good idea. And it's better to go to a doctor or whatever to go through the process of finding out what you actually should weigh and all that sort of stuff. But I just wanted to do this as a rough idea of where I am, where I possibly should be looking, and just to give me a help along the way. So I did my first scan. Muscle. And they've got this little chart here, which gives you an idea where you are and where you fall on the chart. So, my muscle percentage was 31.1, and for a 20 to 30-year-old, which is what I am under the muscle percentage that I should have for my age. So I'm low, apparently, in muscles, which I thought I had more muscles than most people my age, but whatever. Apparently I'm low. So, bone. I had 4.7, which is above what the bone should be for someone my age. Someone my age, they're looking at 1.8 to 3.8, and I was 4.7. So, apparently, I have more bones. Makes me feel better that I have more bones. I'm big boned. Alright, moving on. Fat. Yeah. Here we go. Fat. If I find fat on this chart, there it is. My fat was 45.7. I am overweight, and I am quite well aware of that. I am in the obese category on this fat chart. I don't agree with that. I am overweight. I wouldn't call myself obese, but okay. Sure, whatever. Next, hydration, which at the time I had not drunk a lot of water this morning. I did this about midday, so I'd already eaten as well. So that's also going to affect some of my results and stuff. I'd like to do this every Tuesday morning, so I can get an idea of how I'm trailing. So my hydration was 40.6, which is low. Where are you? No. That's medium. No, it's low. Hydration on this is 43 to 67, and I was 40.6, so I was low hydration. My calories was 1,875, and in here it's between 1,150 and 2,600. So I'm in the middle, which is pretty good. I'll take that one. And then my body mass index came back as 35.1, which is obese because females 30 and above is obese. So I am obese. And my weight came in at 107.5. I did do this after lunch, so that is going to throw things out, but it's a good starting point. Couple of weeks ago, I did weigh myself. I was 109.5, but I'd already eaten breakfast and lunch at that point too. So I'm at the same point, have already eaten breakfast and lunch, and I've lost 2 kilos. So I will take that and I will run away with it. So far in only 2 weeks, apparently I've lost 2 kilos. That might also just be I've lost Christmas fat, and I will take it as Christmas fat. It also may have been the clothes I was wearing, because I did weigh myself both times fully clothed. Next Tuesday will be different, because I hope to do that not fully clothed, which clothes are a weight which will affect the results as well. So not fully clothed and do a full scan. And if I remember, hopefully I remember, because I would like to do this every Tuesday, as putting this online, which I haven't quite decided about yet. But if you see this online, okay, this is more about me taking responsibility and me committing to change. So me putting this up is a reminder that I have to change. I'm putting that very badly, but so this is, it's also a digital record for me as well, for the future, for me to change and be better and be different. If this video has gotten darker since this video started, that's because rain is coming, and I'm sitting in the kitchen. It's the kitchen. This is the dining table. I'm sitting in the kitchen, and I've just noticed the curtains are darker. So that's why the videos have gotten darker. It's the outside world getting darker. So I'm hoping to do this next week as well. It'll be a completely different scan. It'll be interesting to see how things have changed between last week and this week. But yeah, this is where my results stand at the moment. And I'm also going to keep a written record, because I just wrote these down quickly, and see how I go from there. So if you see this video online, I've decided to post it. And I'll see how I go next week. Join me on this journey of I'm fat. I am. It is terrible. But what doesn't help me? Alright, I'm going into a second part of this video now. What doesn't help me is I also have an intolerance to wheat, which means I can't eat normal foods. I have to eat gluten-free foods, and a lot of gluten-free foods are high in sugar, which sugar makes you put on weight. So it's hard to find low sugar gluten-free food that still tastes nice, that doesn't make me fat. So that's something that I'm trying to work on as well. I have 4 kilos of fruit frozen in the freezer that Dad's yelling at me that I need to eat, which is fair. I need to eat it. But yeah, so join me on this journey of, oh God, what is it this week, and am I dead yet? I'm not dead yet. It's a positive at least. So if I upload this, hi. If I don't upload this, Mia, what are you doing? Make myself responsible for my own self. Anyway, I'm going to finish this here before I keep going on and not shutting up. Yeah. Bye!